Hello student, good morning. I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss chemical difference between iron, steel and stainless steel. The iron obtained from blast furnace contains about 4% carbon and many impurities in a smaller amount, as for example sulfur, phosphorus, silicon, manganese. This is known as pig iron, pig iron, and cast into variety of shapes. Second type of iron is cast iron. Cast iron is different from pig iron and is made by melting pig into this by melting pig iron with a scrap iron and coke using hot air blast. It has slightly lower carbon content, about 3%, and is extremely hard and brittle. Now next type of iron is wrought iron, WROUGHT, wrought iron. It is actually malleable iron, and it is the purest form of commercial iron, purest form. Then I have told you different type of iron. First, commonly we are telling iron, that is actually pig iron, and second, that is the cast iron, and third, that is the wrought iron. Wrought iron is the purest form of iron. It is malleable. Then first type, what I told, iron obtained from blast furnace, that contains 4% carbon. Carbon actually is the deciding factor. Okay. Then in the first carbon, that is a pig carbon, 4% carbon is there. And in cast iron, its percentage is little less, 3%. And purest form of iron, that is the wrought iron. Here carbon percentage is very less. Now what is the steel and stainless steel, that I am going to tell. That is the steel and difference between steel and stainless steel. All steel is iron based, but stainless steel contains chromium at 10% or more by weight. Steel is susceptible to rust. Steel is susceptible to rust. An oxide is formed when it is exposed to air and moisture. This is the weakness of steel. Steel is susceptible to rust, means rusting can take place in steel by the process of oxidation. Rusting of iron is due to oxidation process. A film of oxide is formed a film of oxide is formed on iron. That is called actually rusting. Okay, it forms many small cells, tiny cells. Now in stainless steel, what will happen? There will be no rusting because many other elements are present there in the form of Ly, mainly chromium. That is also 10% or more by weight. Though they have means steel and stainless steel, though they have same basic composition of iron and carbon, a steel types tends there is various type of steel. Steel types tend to have a variety of alloying elements. Carbon steel, I am talking what? Carbon steel. Carbon steel tends to have 10 to 0.5% chromium. They want to have about 10 to 5% carbon. When it is near about 10.5% carbon, when it has this I am talking about the carbon steel. When in carbon steel it has around 10.5% chromium, means it tends to have 10.5%. But a steel must be at least 10.5% chromium to be considered as stainless. Okay, considered as stainless. Now I am telling you that is the composition of stainless steel. 0.015 to 0.10% carbon. In stainless steel, carbon content is less. You have seen that in the pig iron, its percentage was 4% carbon, and in cast iron its percentage was less, 3%, and in a wrought iron its percentage was very less as a trace element, very less. Then now here in stainless steel, now percentage is very less, that is the 0.015 to 0.10% carbon, so less. But in a steel it is more, steel has more carbon content than stainless steel. Okay, and then in stainless steel carbon content is 0.015 to 0.10%, and chromium is actually 16 to 21%. 16 to 21% chromium is present in stainless steel, and nickel is also present in stainless steel. Then its percentage is 6 to 26%. 6 to 26% nickel, and chromium I told you 16 to 21%. Molybdenum is also present in stainless steel, and its percentage may be 0 to 7%. 0 to 7%. What is its role? What is its role? Then presence of nickel improves corrosion resistance corrosion will not take place. Means corrosion resistance. Corrosion means in case of iron it is called rusting. Means rusting will be less. It will resist rusting. Nickel nickel improves corrosion resistance means it will resist rusting in this thing certain media. In certain media means air, maybe water. Generally, maybe air, maybe water, maybe acidic, maybe basic. These are called medium or media. Then presence of nickel improves corrosion resistance. Means it resists corrosion or it resists this thing rusting in certain media and makes a stainless steel more ductile. More ductile means plasticity quality will increase. Okay, this is actually mechanical property. The presence of molybdenum further enhance the resistance to corrosion in an acid medium. Okay, means if stainless steel can work without any problem in acidic medium, okay, in air, even in water also, but steel can't work. Corrosion will take place, means rusting will take place. Rusting will take place with steel if it is always used in water, air, because in air moisture is there. Okay, means oxidation can take place in steel and rusting will occur. Correct? But in stainless steel, due to presence of all these metals, carbon gives a little hardness, because carbon hardness depends upon carbon content. Then first iron, that is the, I told you, pig iron 4% was there, and that was very hard. And now after that cast iron contained 3%, then it was less hard. Wrought iron is further, actually, because iron content is very less in trace amount, but further less. Then now here still it is less, only carbon content is less, but it is required, carbon is required everywhere in all form of iron. But here you can see in stainless steel it is less, 0.015 to 0.10%. And this chromium actually resists the chromium and nickel both resist the rusting. Also you can tell this corrosion. Corrosion in general it is called corrosion, but in case of iron, rusting. Then both nickel and chromium resist the corrosion or rusting. Molybdenum also helps in enhancing the resistance to corrosion in basic medium or in air medium. Okay. Then here stainless steel now can be used everywhere in acid, in presence of acid, in presence of base, in air, in water. That is the quality of stainless steel. And raw steel means ordinary. Raw steel is relatively economical and provides excellent strength. Strength wise it is good because carbon content is more. Then raw steel is relatively economical and provides excellent strength, but it is prone to rusting if not adequately protected. Stainless steel, on the other hand, is an alloy composed of chromium, nickel, and other elements that provides better resistance to corrosion than raw steel. Percentage of carbon in the steel is much higher than stainless steel. Okay. Now I am telling you little more. Okay. Stainless steel, at least steel, at least it should contain chromium 10.5%. At least 10.5% chromium is required. Okay. And this 10.5% chromium is required at least. And this carbon content, how much? Then less than 1.2%. Variation is there. Okay. Then chromium at least should be, that is the essential condition, 10.5. Maximum I told you, it is a good quality, it is at 16 to 21%. Okay. Now I am telling you that in steel, carbon content in steel is, steel I am talking about, 0.05 to 2.1% by weight. Actually, in stainless steel, many other elements are also required or are present, but their percentage is very less. I will tell then this other elements which are present. Carbon, already I told you. Manganese is also present. Their percentage is between 0.40 to 0.70. Silicon is also there. Okay, 0.15 to 0.35% by weight. And phosphorus also is there, but it is very less, maximum about 0.02%. And sulfur also around same quantity, very less, 0.02%. Chromium, already I have told you. Nickel, already I have told you. Molybdenum, also I have told you. Now new thing is boron. Boron means B. Boron is also found in very less, maximum 0.001%. Copper is also there, but it is again very less, 0.04%. And this aluminum is also there, but their count is very less, negligible. Okay. In a simple way, how will you distinguish from iron, ordinary iron and steel? That difference also I want to tell you. Then iron alloyed with carbon, usually less than 1%, is called steel. Correct? Iron alloyed with carbon, alloyed means mix with carbon, mixing. Iron alloyed with carbon, usually less than 1%, is called steel. Very simple definition. Okay, what is the steel? Then iron alloyed with carbon, usually less than 1%, is called steel. Okay, and steel is far stronger than steel is a, you can say this very stronger than iron. Okay, ordinary iron. Correct? Or you can tell wrought iron. If you compare a steel and wrought wrought iron is the purest form of iron, and carbon content is very less, very less in trace elements. That's why a steel is far stronger than wrought iron. Now I am stopping only here. Thank you.